Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and I'm going to do a quick, just a quick review, an update on all of my mulberry plants that I've got and how they're looking sort of in the middle of May, and the ones that have suffered from frost damage or not. So we're going to start with this one tucked away at the back here, and you can possibly see the fruit down at the bottom. This is actually a Pakistan mulberry. I think it's a dark fruited one. Took a little bit of frost damage at the top of the stems back in the middle of April, but as I had it tucked away in a corner here, not too much damage at all. You can see the leaves are doing quite nicely on it. So that's my first variety. Now the second one I've got here, this tiny pathetic little thing here, I bought from a seller on eBay in autumn. It's meant to be, I think, a white Pakistan mulberry. The main stem died back completely in winter and has left me with this little rootstock, and what does appear to be, as far as I can see, that's the grafted stem on the side. So that tiny little green shoot appears to be the remains of a Pakistan mulberry, and it does have one bud on it, so I can't focus the camera while I'm holding the pot, but that one does still seem to be, looks like it might be alive. And I've also got another Pakistan mulberry here. Now this one actually came this size from, it's called King White, I believe, if that's the correct name. Now this came from Thompson & Morgan, and it was this size, but I've kept it sheltered so it hasn't suffered any frost damage on it. And in fact, unbelievably, the new buds are coming out, and even though it's 6 inches tall, it's actually got embryo flowers in it, which theoretically means it would fruit. Can't really expect much at that size, but I'm not going to complain, as the main thing is it's still alive. Now this mulberry here took bad frost damage. It's one I featured in April that started growing really well and got heavily frosted, but as you can see, it's coming back quite strongly now, and it's Morris Alba times Rubra cross, and the variety is Carmen. I think this was originally in Ontario. This is a white fruited mulberry that was originally discovered in Ontario in Canada, so it should theoretically be very hardy, but obviously not for late frosts. Now my next mulberry, oops, if I don't knock the camera out of my hand, is this variety here, which is a Morris Alba variety. This one is agate, but despite being a variety of Alba, this one actually has large black fruits. Again, signs of flower buds on it, so they're pretty precocious, these mulberries. They seem quite happy to flower at a very early stage. So those are my smaller pot grown ones. I'll just pause the video and move over to the others. So we're now looking at the two that I've had longest. These were the first two that I got. This plant here is Illinois Everbearing, budding out quite nicely now. Obviously it's good that it didn't come out too early, because it could have been damaged quite badly. Next to it I've got a Moldovan pink, or pink Moldovan, also now budding out nicely. It's got plenty of new leaves and shoots on it. I hope it's going to be alright in this pot this year, but I might have to keep it fed to make sure it's doing okay. So they're my two largest ones, and I've got one more plant to show, so I'll just pause the video and move to the other one. Okay, so we're back now looking at the last one. This is Morris Negra Repsime is the variety. So it's a black mulberry. Doesn't necessarily follow that the fruits will be black. They probably are, but sometimes they're like a dark red colour. But this variety is Repsime, which I don't know an awful lot about. Label might just about be legible, and I got this one last autumn as a as a sort of a plant with a few leaves left on it, and these have more finely cut leaves than on the other mulberries, but the main thing is it seems to have survived the winter okay, and is now shooting out nicely. I have no idea if it's one that's going to produce fruits on it this year, but we'll probably know in about a month's time. Most of these fruit in this country between about from July to August, but you will get little flashes of fruit at other sporadic times. So that's my whole mulberry collection. I didn't tot it up, but that sounds like about 6 or 7 different plants or varieties, and obviously once they get into growth properly I'll feature each plant specifically to see how they're doing. So thank you for watching the video. Please remember to give me a thumbs up, obviously share it with anyone you think's interested in mulberries. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and remember to hit the bell if you'd like to get updates on new videos as they come out during the summer. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.